Advocate Mohammad Suhail Shah. He is a practicing lawyer at District Court Rawalpindi with 10 years experience. He has strong expertise in civil, criminal and constitutional law. Sir, thank you so much for joining us today. Our interview basically revolves around public international law, so we will begin with the question. Sir, how does international law address territorial disputes between states? What's your stance on this?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My actual name is Syed Umar Suhail Shah, and I am practicing.
Apologize.
No issue at all. I am practicing in civil, criminal, and constitutional cases. Your question is related to the international territorial disputes.
Exactly.
And how does the international community resolves it?
Exactly.
So the very key function of the international community is to resolve the issues between the states. The very first function is through treaties. For example, if there is a dispute arises between two countries, then that can be resolved by the international communities with treaties. If for example there is no agreement, there is no treaty, then the International Court of Justice, having its branch in the Geneva, Switzerland, they resolve the case, and thereafter arbitration through mediation. These are all the modes through which the international community resolves the international disputes.
Okay, sir. So the next question is, can you explain the concept of recognition in international law and its significance, particularly in context of statehood?
Recognition in international law is a very important topic regarding the recognition of any state. It is highly essential that a state be recognized. It can be done through two modes. The one mode is we call it in the law the de jure, and the second is the de facto. In de jure means that a state is recognized formally through a written paper. The members of the states, United Nations have signed that paper. They have given them the sanctity and recognized it as a state, independent state, having sovereignty over the world. And thereafter, de facto means that a state has come into force. They have their sovereignty. They have their own laws, local customs. All that things are there, but they have not been formally recognized through a written paper. So the recognition is highly important in this regard. Through recognition, there are you can say a lot of benefits we can avail after the recognition, like economic benefits, import and export, and many other benefits are there.
Okay. So the next question is, what are the key principles governing state succession in international law, and how do they affect property rights of individuals and corporations?
Property rights. Basically, property is the right of an individual as well as the corporate sector recognition, corporation, organization. So the state who is recognized also protects the properties of its citizens. For example, we talk about the Pakistan. Pakistan is a state, independent state, having its constitution. So Pakistani constitution, Article 23, Article 24 relates to the protection of the property. Likewise, in all over the countries, we can, if for example we talk about Kenya, we talk about India, we talk about America, they have their written constitutions and they have their codified laws related to the property rights. So they protect the properties of their citizens. If there is a dispute between the international communities regarding the property, then that disputes can be resolved with 2-3 modes which I have told earlier, through treaties, through mediation, through arbitration, or finally through the International Court of Justice.
Sir, can you please tell us that how does the principle of territorial jurisdiction apply to cross-border legal issues, and what challenges do states face in exercising this jurisdiction?
A state face a lot of issues in this regard. For example, if a crime has been committed through online mode, like hacking is committed from India, related to the issue in Pakistan, a topic in Pakistan, cyber crimes, we can talk about this. If a crime has been committed from India and it is related to the Pakistani bank has been, for example, hacked by the Indian hacker, then